Yo, yo, Jamaica got way too much sexual offenders that get away with it and nothing ever happens to them. I was talking to this young lady. She's like 23, 24, and she was telling me that how she had a sexual encounter with her teacher at the age of 13. And I was like, what do you mean? This is like a group conversation. She just said it. And I'm like, she said when she was 13, her parents and the teacher, when they had parent-teacher conference, they all sat around and had a discussion about her coming to the teacher's house to do her work to prepare for exams. So every time an exam would come around, the teacher, she'd go over our house. And she said the first time they had an intercourse, the teacher was telling her, hey, let me eat you out. And she said she denied it, and then she convinced her by saying, it's not going to hurt, it's not going to change your sexuality, it's not going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to make sure everything is okay. And she ended up doing it. And then she said it happened over 10 times. And I said over 10 times could be 20, 30, 40. What do you mean over 10? What's the number? She said she don't know. But then she said, it kind of bothered me, because then she said this same teacher still works in the school. And she remembered when she went back to the school, she was confronted by two other girls saying that they was with her too, and they was jealous of the relationship that she was having with the teacher, because they found out that she was the person that was staying over the house too. So this means that there was people before her staying at her house and studying, and there's gonna be people after her. So I asked her, is this teacher still working in the school? She said, yeah. I'm like, so how many girls does she turn out? She's using that job to turn people's kids out. She's a pedophile. She belongs under the jail. It's a lot of people that take these jobs just so they could turn your kids out. And it's a shame. It bothered me, because I'm like, damn, you 24 years old. This didn't affect you. This has to have some kind of effect on you, because it just came out the blue that we having this conversation. So obviously it was meant to come up. And this teacher is still, how many people did she turn out? How many people's kids did she touch? And that's what I'm saying, like Jamaica down here, people are very aggressive sexually. So, you know, the men are very aggressive with the women. A man to see a woman and just come out, damn, that pum pum is fat. That pum pum, that fatty. Or damn, I would love to do that. I never did that to no woman. Just outward come out my face. Damn, your ass is fat. Just outwardly, I want to fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do down here. So you can imagine with the pedophiles and the sex offenders, they get away because nobody's paying attention to stuff like that. And the kids, when they get molested, they're not telling nobody. So how many kids have been molested down here? And how many people are still working and doing what they do? You see, like in America, yes, a lot of sexual offenders, but they're exposed and they get caught. Although pedophilia is becoming legal now. So I don't know where this world is going, but you're not even catching them, the sexual offenders, and now you want to legalize the sexual offenders. So this person that's working in the school, if I find out who she is and I'm still down here, I'm putting her on blast, because she's still doing it. She's still turning people's kids out, and this needs to be stopped. And all them those dudes, because I told the young lady, like, picture it as a young boy now getting turned out by a 30-plus-year-old man. You understand? Think about it like that and picture it, because because she said she didn't really seem fazed by it. You know, she said, oh, that was in the past, things go on, but I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about what this lady is doing. You was a kid. You didn't know no better, and she groomed you, she studied you, she watched you. Then she found a way how to turn you out. It's a lot of people down here that have been molested. It's a lot of people down here that has been molested from when they was kids, and they don't get an outlet. They don't get to talk about it. They just got to live with it because it's a third world country. So in these type of countries, certain things people get away with it. It's just like the Philippines and all these places, Brazil, wherever, you know, like a lot of the pedophiles will fly out there and have a whole village of kids to pick from because their parents selling their kids, and the parents need the money. So the world is, certain parts of the world is set up a certain way where people could be pedophiles and thrive, and people could come and do certain things that is not, you know, condoned in public, or I mean, and supposedly condoned in life. But I mean, at the end of the day, man, I just feel sorry. I just feel bad for people who can't speak about their trauma, because they're gonna live with this for the rest of their life, and they're gonna have bad relationships because of it, and they're gonna lash out on people, and people not gonna know what's going on inside of them, and life is just gonna go on, and people gonna have to live with it. But it's a world now full of molesters and child abusers, and it's becoming accepted. So now when it becomes accepted by America and passed by America, you know what's going to happen down here? It's going to go crazy. All those sexual offenders, they're going to go extra crazy. All those pedophiles, they're going to run wild in the world. The world is setting itself up for disaster and dysfunction, and this shit need to, this place, it just need to be replenished. I mean, I'm not talking about like normal everyday behavior and sexual stuff, but I'm talking about kids being purposely preyed upon and it being legalized. That's not the type of world. And it's always been like that, but now they want to convince you to accept it. It's always been like that. Always been pedophiles and people like that have been in high places and passed laws and been teachers and stuff like that, because that's the jobs they seek. You know, when you want to meet a girl or a guy, you go out to a party or a club for fun. If you want to meet certain people for certain things, you go certain places. Pedophiles know they want to meet a kid, they go to a daycare, they go become a teacher, you know, and they do what they do. But, you know, I hope that, I don't know what to hope. I'm not even going to hope no more. I just want to speak and say what I got to say. I'm not here to hope. I'm not here to change anybody. I just want things to be out in the open and people be aware, and things could, who knows, carry on.